what's up? Thanks for tuning in to another video here, man. We're just hanging out with me. I'm headed into work, man. Just doing a little midweek update of what it's like to be a Mustang owner, man. I'm really enjoying it so far, man. I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of this car. I live in Central Ohio, and the problem with that is a lot of times this time of year, the roads stay pretty wet and pretty slick for a long time. So literally every single day since I bought this on Saturday, it's been really slick outside. So I haven't really had a chance to get into it like I want to or anything. See what type of power it has and stuff like that, man. But overall, I've really been enjoying it so far, man, a lot. It's funny. I've realized things about the car that I didn't even know. And all of the research that I was doing, I didn't know it had certain things. Like I didn't know that this car had puddle lights that would show that shows the Mustang emblem on the side when you're when you unlock the doors. And I'm trying to figure out, my boss at work, he said he used to have I can't remember what kind of car he said he had, but he said he had it probably was a BMW or a Lexus or something like that. And as he would walk toward the doors, or toward the car, the puddle lights would kind of notice the proximity of the key, and the puddle lights would come on as you're walking toward the car. So he told me to look out for that. I haven't had a chance to look out for that yet, but I definitely will. But all in all, man, it's been a really enjoyable experience. Like I said before, I was not looking at this blue color. I was actually looking for the Oxford white color. But once I got to the dealership, this grabber blue was available, and all the options and amenities that I wanted. So I went ahead and went with it, man. And it's definitely a head turner. See a lot of people kind of looking, and I was at the gas station the other day, and a guy gave me a thumbs up. So that was the first time that's ever happened to me before in any car that I've owned. So that was kind of interesting to experience, But all in all, man, it's been a cool experience. I don't see. So this is funny. Like before I bought the car, I would see a billion Mustangs everywhere, But ever since I bought it, I haven't really seen a whole lot. So I haven't, I haven't seen anyone and kind of got with them or anything, and driven around, drove with someone who has a Mustang too, or we just kind of ride around or whatever, on the highway or play around and stuff like that, But I've never really been, real into. I love cars, you know what I'm saying? I'm a car guy. I've been a car guy for years and years and years, man. My dad was a really huge car guy, man. He always kept, some type of vehicle, some type of really nice car. Ever since I was growing up, he had the first car I ever remember. He had real long old caddy. I can't remember. I don't know what it was, a Brom or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, he went from caddies to Lincolns to and then as we got older, it's myself and I got two brothers, and we're pretty big guys. So he went ahead and got a Ram conversion truck and stuff, had the TV in there and all type of things. So I've always been a car guy, man, and but I've never owned a sports car before. So it's been a cool experience so far, man. I'm really enjoying it. Gotta hop in here, man. Hop in Kroger real quick and grab some lunch real quick before I head in. So yeah, man, Stick with me. I'll be right back in 1 sec. All right, welcome back. So you know how it is. You know how it is when you get a new car, man. You gotta wash it every single day. Take it to the car wash, which is see how long that lasts. You know, I bought cars before, and like, that's what you do for the first, week. You take it to the car wash, wash it every day, spray it off or whatever, and then that gets to be a little, cumbersome. But I'm still in the new phase, so we're just gonna ride by the car wash real quick and just spray it off. It's the winter up here. Got a little salt on the road and stuff, so didn't do anything too crazy. Just throw a little water on it and head out to work, man. But as I was saying before, I've always been a car guy, man, but I never owned a sports car or anything like that. So, I mean, it's new, man. It's a different experience. I had my first car ever was a Chrysler New Yorker, and with the back springs out of it, so it rolled like this. The journey felt like driving a spaceship, man. That was my first car I ever drove, and it was cool, man. I took it to college, and after that, I bought. After I got out of college, in college, I bought a Thunderbird 5.0. Thunderbird, a 5.0 Thunderbird from a guy. And being young, in college, and I needed a car because I was starting an internship with the sheriff's department, and so I needed a car, and so I was driving. I was with my best friend, and we were driving, and I seen this car on the side of the road, and I'm like, all right, man, okay, whoa, that looks kind of cool. Stop. It was white. They had it cleaned up pretty nice, and I got out and went ahead and went and talked to the guy, and I looked at the car. Everything looked good, and being young, being a kid like that, the thing that really drew me to the car was the fact that it had like a sound system in it, and it wasn't even like anything crazy. It just had like a box and a little amp or something, and that's what really drew me to the car. And so I buy it, and I buy it from the guy, and everything's cool. I'm driving it around, for a little bit, and it gets dirty, and so I go to wash it. And so I take it to BP and run it through the washer, but the side of the car, like, is still dirty, and I'm like, that is so weird. Like, why is this car still dirty? I go to like start touching on it and stuff like that, and somehow, now under the body, somehow, I guess the side panel or something like that rusted off. And so they went ahead and like tacked on aluminum siding to like the bottom, like skirt side of the car. And I did not realize it when I bought it. Probably because I was so focused on the sound system and, just being young, just having a car, like I didn't even notice it, man. And so I called the guy and I'm like, look, man, like, I need my money back, man. Like, that's crazy. You sold me a car with aluminum siding on it, bro. Like, what's up? And he just refused. Like, he absolutely refused to give me my money back. He's like, oh, you bought the car as is, and that's how it is, and blah 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 or whatever. And so yeah, man, I was out of a refund check. I was out of like $1,200. Then I had a car that had aluminum siding on it that wouldn't get clean to save my life. So, all right, man, let's go ahead and get this joint a little spray off real quick. I'll be right back. We just got it all washed off and sprayed off a little bit, man. We ready to get on the road and head to work, man. But yeah, man, to continue that story about the the Thunderbird. So that wasn't even the end of it. So not only, you know, not only was not only was there aluminum siding on the car, but the car had an oil leak, and I didn't know that. So, you know, being young, you know, you just do stuff, man. And so I buy it, and my brother lived in Chicago at the time. He was in medical school out there, and so I went to go see him, and man, I'm going, everything's going good, you know, riding out there. I got my new Thunderbird, and, you know, 5.0, and, you know, I'm you know, feeling myself. I'm on the highway, I'm cruising, you know, going to see him. This is literally like 3 days after I bought the car. I never got it checked out, never took it to a mechanic, anything like that. I'm just cruising. I get on the what's it called? Not the Skyway. Is that what it's called? The Skyway? Chicago Skyway? Yeah, I think it's the Skyway. I get to the Skyway just before you hit the toll booths, and crazy, I just hear click, boom. I'm like, oh, what the heck? Oil pressure light drops. Everything drops. Blew the engine. Like, crazy. So not only did I waste my whole, you know, refund check on this thing, I blew the engine in a week. And it wasn't nothing I did. I just was dumb. I was young and, you know, eager to get in anything. So I, you know, just didn't have it checked out, man. And that was the worst car experience, man, of my life. And I had to walk, so I ended up having to walk from my apartment all the way to my internship, which was like 3 miles away, like every single day. It was the most depressing thing. And I just left it. Like, I left it in Chicago. My brother said he was on call, like one of those like pick and pull type places, to come and get it. And they came and got it, and that was it, man. So I was out of $1,200 in the span of about 5 days. The worst car buying experience of my life, man. But you know, we all make mistakes, and you know, what goes around comes around to people, you know. So, you know, selling me a car like that, I mean, he could tell. I'm sure he could tell I was a young kid just trying to, you know, get something or whatever in college or whatever the case may be. And he definitely took advantage, man. But yeah, it was crazy. So after that car, I went and I bought when I got out of school, I bought a Grand Prix, a 04 Grand Prix GT2, and I really liked that car, man. That was one of my favorite cars, definitely. Probably some of the best seats that I've ever sat in or been in any vehicle, man. It was really, really. It was a fast car. It was big, you know, fresh out of college. You know, it was a really good, you know, first car. But it ended up not being a first car because I bought one of those, and I liked those so much. When I got rid of that one, I didn't want to hop right into another car note. So I got rid of that one. That GT2, of course, it wasn't supercharged, and I wanted that, you know, 3800 supercharged engine. So I went ahead, saved some money, and went ahead and bought a 2002 Grand Prix GTP, Midnight Blue. I used to call her Midnight, and I had a lot of fun with that car. I had a lot of fun souping that up, through a Ram Air on there, and you know, you get the supercharged wine and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, it was a really fun, really fast car to drive. Enough power for what I needed it for sure. But you know, I ended up that got rid of itself after about 3 years, the rack and pinion went out, and then after that, I bought an '08 Grand Prix. So I bought 3 Grand Prix in a row. I mean, I really like those cars. It was something about them. I like the feel and everything. And I had that for a little while, and so now I'm here, man. I'm here in the Mustang, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this experience. You know, certain things are different, and got a lot of traffic right now. Certain things are a little different with driving a sports car, and one of which is the feel is a lot different. Things are a lot tighter. You can definitely feel the road a lot more, probably due to this car sits pretty low to the ground, and I think this premium version has little stiffer suspension and things like that. So you definitely feel the road a lot more in this car than, of course, in my Grand Prix or anything, where that Grand Prix would just kind of glide. It's a real comfortable ride. This ride is really comfortable, but you definitely feel it when you're going over bumps and stuff like that. But that's really the biggest thing. It's big in the front, which is something that I have to get used to. Just how wide and things it is. And I sit pretty low. I like to kind of sit low in most cars. And so the only thing I've had not necessarily a problem with, but the only thing I've been running into is just parking, like wanting to make sure that, I'm far up enough, or I don't know the clearance yet of how low this car is to the bumper. So a lot of time, to the curb. So a lot of times I'm kind of parked a little far back, from the curb and things like that. And even like the back, you can't really see, you can't, like in my Grand Prix or in other cars where you're kind of sitting a little higher or they're different, you can see where the back ends. But with this, you can't, I don't know where the back ends yet. So when I'm pulling into a parking space, I've been kind of like, my back has been over the line behind it. But that's simple to fix. I just throw it in reverse and look at the screen and see, where I'm at when it comes to parking. But man, all in all, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, man. Like in terms of like plans and upgrades and things like that, I don't have anything planned in terms of upgrading the car right now. I'm gonna drive it stock for a while. Just so I can get the feel of how it is being stock, and I feel like once I do the upgrades that I want to do, since I've been driving it stock, it'll allow me to really feel the differences when I throw things on there. I could go out today and get all the things that I want, get the upgrades and go and get a cold air intake, throw another exhaust on here, put an intercooler in here, blow off valve, all of those things, which are going to come. But I'd rather do them down the line, so I can really be like, oh man, this thing is really fun now. I thought it was fun before. It's on a whole nother level now. So, man, but those are the upgrades that I'm thinking about, that I'm going to do. I'm definitely, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of videos, of course, doing a lot of research and things on the Mustang and different mods and upgrades that people do. And I've seen people just say, hey, like a muffler delete is all you need for this car. Some people say, hey, you need a catback. Other people, they'll do a straight pipe. You know what I mean? I still want it to be like comfortable when I'm driving. I straight piped that Grand Prix that I was talking about. I straight piped that, and it was cool, and it was cool, but it was loud. And when you were on the highway or just cruising along, there was a pretty good drone, and I didn't really like that too much. So I don't want to do anything where I'm going to have like this, this drone. And the thing about that is, that Grand Prix, you know, the catalytic converter, you know, in that car, well, probably in most cars, but in that car specifically, like it's set lit like right next to you when you're in the seat. So when I removed it, I mean, it was so freaking loud, man. Like, it made it sound cool, but I didn't like the drone. Like, I felt, I noticed I just really had to turn the music all the time, up all the time, so I wouldn't hear that just constant, like, you know, like as you're driving it. That's something I didn't want, and that's something I don't want with this. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna still, you know, continue to do a lot of research and stuff like that. Listen to other people's cars, go to some car shows, see what other people are running, and kind of go from there. But definitely, you know, muffler, you know, just your standard stuff. You know, I'm not talking about anything, you know, no one's ever heard before. You know, I'm not doing anything crazy, but, you know, cold air intake, blow off valve, muffler, intercooler, and that'll probably be good with that. But like I say, it's just something I'm going to do over time. You know, I don't want to do it right now. Just get comfortable with how things are, you know, present day right now, and, you know, see what happens going forward. So, but yeah, man. As far as, so this is something that I noticed when I went from an old car to a new car. Not right now, but I'm saying in the past. Is road etiquette. So when you have a newer car, people tend to treat you differently on the road. And I've noticed that just in this little small time driving. Like, when I was in my other car, before I had this, I was driving like an 08 Durango, I'm sorry, 04 Durango. And, you know, you try to get over or something like that, people wouldn't let you over. People tailgate you, people acting crazy. But in this, like, if I need to get over, like, people just let me over. Or if I'm coming up behind them, I guess, you know, car probably looks a little menacing and stuff in the rearview mirror. But if I'm coming behind somebody, like, they get over real fast. Like, oh, snap, let me get over. Or if I'm in traffic and I'm like, hey, you know, I need to get over. Like, people let you in and stuff. It's kind of funny how people do that. You know, if you have, like, a newer car or something. You know, that's something that I've been noticing over the past couple days, just driving it, you know, how people are. So, yeah, man. All in all, I'm just enjoying it, man. Having a lot of fun, man. I also want to say, man, keep tuning in, you know, to these videos and things like that, man. I plan on doing a lot more vlogging, just about all type of stuff. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of vlogging, a lot more vlogging and things like that.